For a relatively small country, Japan packs in a diverse array of ecosystems and landforms to delight the senses. There are simmering, Goliath volcanoes and expansive coastlines, as well as peaceful islands and lush, dense forests that march over mountains and down through valleys. Whether you enjoy secret shrines, natural hot springs, towering peaks, or colorful spring blooms, here's our pick of the best national parks in Japan. Nikko National Park in Kanto. Nikko National Park is home to one of the country's most decadent and ornate shrines, Toshogu. The UNESCO World Heritage Area also boasts hundreds of other shrines and 2 Shinto temples, alongside waterfalls, woodlands, lakes and volcanic mountain ranges. While splendid year-round, Nikko is especially beautiful in the autumn months when the whole park is lit up with warm colors. Wildlife such as black bears and Japanese macaques can be spotted at Nikko. Don't miss Kegon Falls, either, it's one of the 3 highest in Japan. Nikko's close proximity to the Japanese capital is another bonus, with the park just 2.5 hours by car from Tokyo. Daisatsuzen National Park in Hokkaido, covering more than 2,300 square meters, Daisatsuzen National Park is a vast wilderness area of soaring mountains. Daisatsuzen literally means, big snow mountain, active volcanoes, remote onsen, clear lakes and dense forests. Virtually untouched by human hands, the park has minimal tourism, with most visitors basing themselves in the hot spring villages on the periphery. Onsen, natural hot springs, can also be found at the foot of the mountains, something surrounding villages have taken great advantage of. It is also a bustling skiing location during the winter months of November to May. Karamashoto National Park in Okinawa. In 2014, the Kurama Islands, a chain of 30 rugged and astonishingly beautiful landmasses off the coast of Okinawa, were designated as the Karamashoto National Park. Approximately 40 kilometers by boat from Naha, the archipelago has stunning beaches, inlets, mountaintops and forests. The surrounding waters are said to be so vibrant that they even called for the creation of a unique Pantone-worthy hue, Kurama Blue, and are home to over 250 different types of coral. The largest and most mountainous island is Takashiki, and is a popular destination for travelers, while Zamami has a more laid-back vibe. Teeming with life such as tropical fish and turtles, the islands are also a prime diving spot. Daisen-Oki National Park in Chugoku. Daisen-Oki National Park straddles the 3 prefectures of Shimane, Okayama and Tottori in western Honshu. In the 8th century, the mountains in the park were a popular place for pilgrims practicing shugendo. This spiritual custom saw believers taking to the peaks for fasting and prayer intended to hone their connection with the sacred world. The park's eastern region includes the 1,729-meter-high Mount Daisen, as well as Mount Senho and Mount Meitoku, all of which offer ancient pathways with a rich history. Visitors pass by shrines and temples hidden along paths through the sprawling beech forests. Mount Daisen also runs conservation projects in which visitors can get involved, like the One Tree, One Stone campaign to reforest the summit. Kirishima Kinko-Wan National Park in Kyushu, spanning the prefectures of Kagoshima and Miyazaki, areas famous for their volcanic activity and onsen. Kirishima Kinko-Wan National Park is a favorite destination for hikers, and has routes and trails of varying lengths and difficulties. Japanese mythology marks the area as the place where the gods first came to Earth, and the views here are certainly divine. That said, the park is subject to capricious weather and plumes of volcanic smoke, so plan ahead and keep a close eye on access routes. The park has 2 areas, Southern Kinkawan Bay and Kirishima, the latter of which has over 20 volcanoes, crater lakes and hot springs. Setonaikai National Park in Chugoku, an expansive coastline full of lookout points, bays and islands of different sizes. Setonaikai National Park is the perfect destination for travelers who love the ocean. It was one of the first national parks to receive an official classification back in 1934, and it's also one of the country's biggest, extending across 11 prefectures. Highlights include the floating Torii Gate of the Shinto shrine on the island of Itsukushima, and the Naruto Strait, a narrow channel where rapid currents generate powerful whirlpools. Boats take visitors out for a close-up view. But the real joy here is hiring a bike to explore the small islets of the Seto Inland Sea, which are connected by a web of scenic bridges. Yoshino-Kamana National Park in Kansai, a vast stretch of nature that includes staggering peaks and deep valleys. Yoshino-Kamana National Park enjoys a rich history and strong reputation as a must-see for outdoor enthusiasts traveling to Japan. The three shrines of Kamana Hayatama, Kamana Hongu and Kamana Nachi, known collectively as the Kamana Sanzen, can be found along the Kamana Kodo pilgrimage route inside the park. A portion of this area is designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site under the name Sacred Sites and Pilgrimage Routes in the Kii mountain range. Yoshino is particularly famous as one of Japan's best locations for hanami, cherry blossom viewing in springtime, with crowds gathering at Hitomi Senbon, 1,000 trees at a glance, to see the display. Nachi Falls and Dorokyo Gorge are also park highlights, while Sandanbeki Cliff has 2 kilometers of 50-meter high precipices and elevators that take visitors down to underground caves.